his intention to rely on all grounds raised in the appeal. The judges of the Supreme Court, however, noticed what seemed like anomalies in several parts of the appellant's brief before the court, which prompted questions on several arguments which the panel deemed incomplete. Tambedu still contended that from inception he had sought leave to argue some grounds together on the basis of their entwined nature, adding that other grounds have common characteristics. When the judges pressed him further, the counsel for the appellants noted that he doesn't perceive the need to file a reply on points of law on the respondent's arguments, but asked the Apex Court to grant him leave to file an amended brief on behalf of his clients. For his part, Daniel Okulu, the Director of Special Litigations, who is the respondent in this matter, entreated the court to make several rectifications of typographical errors on the respondent's written brief, which he finally adopted with all the arguments it contained. The Supreme Court of the Gambia ultimately decided to reschedule the matter for further hearing, giving the appellants up to Monday, the 15th of October, to resolve all anomalies on the unfinished document in time to file an amended brief before adoption. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
Seat quality and availability was the subject of the first ever stakeholder conference by the New Nut Company Gambia Limited. The roundtable meeting, which also discussed the quality issues affecting Gambian groundnut in relation to European Union standards, came on the back of the distribution of 36 tons of seed nuts to farmers in various regions. Ajami Sise reports.
The New Nut Company, a certified seed-producing company in South Africa, Zambia and Egypt, held its first stakeholders roundtable conference in the Gambia, which anchors on strengthening the country's groundnut subsector. Believed to be the nerve center for the economic development process in the Gambia, groundnut production is not just an agricultural activity as it touches on the historical, social and economic design of the country. Stunted by the shortage of good quality seeds, insufficient and delayed supply of fertilizer and overcultivation of upland fields, the export market for Gambian produced groundnuts is downsized, not having reached EU standards for export. In that direction, the New Nut Company Gambia Limited is mapping out ways of improving seed quality and availability in the country, with the potential to improve the welfare of farmers and reap the food potential of groundnut production.
My ministry is taking all measures in ensuring and assuring seed quality and availability in the country. Timely availability of quality seeds will ensure good produce, hence increase the income for the farmers. Towards that end, we have completed the preparation of a seed policy and are now in the process of finalizing the drafting of new seed legislation for enactment by our Honorable National Assembly.
The New Nut Company's first stakeholder meeting attracted the participation of different players in the business and agriculture communities, with 20 farmers drawn from different regions of the country in attendance. Improving the groundnut subsector in the Gambia for the New Nut Company means seed multiplication programs, peanut butter production and input financing.
We brought from South Africa 18 tons of seeds, and we also went to Guinea-Bissau and bought another 18 tons. These are all early varieties, 90 days. And the reason why we decided to bring early varieties is because of the mitigation. If Gambia had crop failure last year, it was because of the type of groundnut that we have in the country. What we have right now is Rona. We call it Choco. And that Choco is 120 days. And we have all seen the climatic change in the country, in the continent. So if you want to continue with that Choco, that means that you are just preparing yourself for disaster.
After a long day of deliberations, scrutinizing groundnut production and marketing in the Gambia, the managing director of the company, Gerhard Dreyer, a South African national, spoke to us about the company's future endeavors.
Now, from this conference, we will take the action points being said today and concentrate on them first. And we will, every year, this time of the year, we'll have a conference and to tell the people where are we going to, and to see if the past year we achieved our goals or not.
Adding quality and improving seed availability in the Gambia at a time when groundnut production has declined from 133,000 metric tons to 10,000 metric tons. The New Nut Company in the Gambia is set to penetrate the groundnut market with a new line of approach. For GRTS News, I am Ajami Sise.
The rural tour of disaster hotspots by the National Disaster Management Agency governing council wrapped up with a visit to Banjul. The tour provided officials first-hand information on disasters which occurred in the country. Louis Mendy reports the tour is also intended to aid officials of the National Disaster Management Agency in preparing a detailed report to the Disaster Governing Council, which is also expected to help guide the government in providing a lasting solution to the plight of disaster victims.
The Governing Council of NDMA began the rural tour of disaster hotspot with a visit to Birkama, West Coast region. This pool of water in the heart of the town is posing health hazards to the community. The waterway is only not blocked, but the contracted firm to dig the water canal is blamed for the poor assignment. Behind the buffer zone, this gutter stretches from Carnifing via Ibo town and egress into the sea. The water passage is blocked as a result of indiscriminate waste dumping, causing some houses to be flooded. Some of those houses are located behind this peg, meaning they are in a wrong settlement. The Nema-Bundum Borehole Bridge was the next port of call. This water passage connects from Abuko to the Kotu stream. It is almost blocked as a result of sedimentation, a concern to the NDMA and the Governing Council. Nemakunku is reported to have suffered the worst flood in this year's rainy season. This bridge is one among the 3 others built by Mohamed Jame, a photographer, to help the community. However, with the 19 million euro project on the way for disaster hotspots, thanks to the European Union, NDMA have plans to modernize this bridge and others. A visit to the capital city rounded up the tour. This structure at the Bone Road is called the Bone Polder. It has what it called gates. These gates are closed and open during high and low tides to prevent flows into the capital. The aging structure is no more serving its purpose. As a result, houses in Banjul Tobacco Road are often flooded, even in the dry season when there's high tide.
This is one of the outlets that we have in Banjul. We have about 7 outlets, but this is one of the major ones that we have that are responsible for collecting water from the city to the ring canal that is over there, which is connected to the river through the Bone Polder. Normally, if it rains, the water will flow from the city, collected by the small drains that are in the city, to the main ones that is responsible for sending it to the ring canal. But as we speak right now, the places, the gates of the Bone Polder are not okay, so you can see the water will flow in, out at any how it wants during the high tide.
You see in houses which have been completely damp, which there is no even way for people to move about. And then you have in these water deposits as well. You can see majority of the water is green, which is implicating that there are a lot of algae and a lot of other bacteria living in that water. And then it's like a breeding site for these microorganisms. So this is serious health hazard.
With the tour now ended, what is the way forward?
And what it has shown us is that there has to be greater collaboration between the various stakeholders. It's not only works, it's works with health, with NDMA, with Ministry of Regional Administration, because we've seen issues of encroachment, we've seen issue of waste management, and it's just done. What has done is just exacerbated the problem, and I think it is now basically teamwork. Yes. We all have to work together to make sure we fix these problems and fix them permanently and in a sustainable way.
What we are saying now, we see with government and partners, how do we raise funds to address these immediate needs and the medium and long term? Because the recommendations are divided into 3. We have the short term, the medium and the long term. So we are now presently addressing the immediate need, that is the short term, and now from there we get to the medium and then to the long term.
This tour has confirmed the magnitude of damages in the disaster hotspots. A comprehensive report of the tour to be presented to the government by the Governing Council is expected to guide the government in providing lasting solutions to the crisis. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The next operation, Clean the Nation, or Setsetal, is slated for Saturday, 13 October 2012 throughout the country in observance of the International Coastal Cleanup Day. This cleanup day, the release states, will start from Banjul Ferry Terminal to Katang, Bara and Farafene. A news release from the National Environment Agency reminds governors Sefolu, Alkalolu and councillors served a presidential directive urging them